Alright, brother. Good to have you back. So yesterday I told you the exact thing you can apply into your life to stay dialed in and to keep leveling up consistently. And today I want to add a little bit to that because I think I left out some parts, and I just came back from a little event, a little running club I've been setting up with a friend of mine here in Medellin, Colombia. And I think today it was like 10 people, all entrepreneurs from all over the world, the United States, Europe, Canada, also one Colombian guy, which I want to tell you about today. And this has been good, man. Obviously, this is the kind of people you want to surround yourself with, right? These are the kind of people that push you to do actually go after this run and to actually keep pushing to become this athlete, which I told myself to become, right? We were running today. A 10K was supposed to be a 10K run. We did 11K, and it's fucking hard, man. These Medellin mountains ain't no joke. And for some reason there were 4 guys today who are ex-military, so they can run, that's for sure. And they pick up the pace, man. Usually I do like 6 minutes per kilometer, and today I think we averaged 5.5 minutes per kilometer in the fucking mountains, starting to go downhill, but also going all the way back up because we made a little round. And these guys just push you, man. I couldn't do this on my own. But to see the guys ahead of you, but also guys behind you, gives you this motivation to keep going, to keep up with the other guys, but also, right, to keep up with the guys in front of you, but also to inspire the guys behind you. At least this is how I feel. I feel some kind of, I would just say it's verantwoordelijkheid, responsibility. When I'm running in front of him and he's struggling, I feel some kind of responsibility to show him how it's done and to get him up. Actually, the Colombian guy I want to tell you about today, he was, I think, 7 or 6K in, or maybe even a bit later. He was behind me, he was the last one, and he was actually falling off. He started to walk. And I was happy I saw it because I said, hey, come on, bro, let's go. Last push. It was literally the last hill. And he picked up the pace. Suddenly, he had energy again. He was running again. And we finished the run together. And he was grateful for pushing him, right? And this is what you need, especially when you are trying to change your behavior. You want to quit weed, for example. I used to smoke weed for close to 10 years, every single day. I was a little junkie and eventually was able to turn my life around to become the athlete I am today. I recently ran my first marathon. I got myself into combat sports, kickboxing, and I'm in the regular gym, just working on my body and on my strength. And to achieve this, you need to surround yourself with like-minded people. So if you want to quit smoking weed, you don't want to be surrounded with the same people you used to smoke weed with. Because if you cannot teach the group, or you cannot lead the group, so if you cannot inspire all your friends to also quit smoking weed, which is probably the case, I wouldn't even recommend you to try. So if you cannot lead your group, your friends, to also quit smoking weed, you have to leave the group. And you have to look for other people who do have the same beliefs and the same vision as you, and keeping consistently in contact, in touch with them, and reviewing how you're doing with your goals and with your habits. And this is the way how you actually will be successful attaining these new habits and this new personality, this new identity. And I've mentioned a Colombian guy who was also in the run today. And what I find really interesting is that I got myself into this kind of network with all entrepreneurs here in Medellin, most of them extranjeros, people from outside Colombia, Americans, Europeans, whatever. And when you visit these events, usually there's always one Colombian also attending these events. And I'm always curious, I always ask these people, if I see them, I always ask, what's the reason that most Colombians, for example, my neighbors here in the street, are borrachos, are drinking, smoking in the street, not doing anything productive with their life? How is it possible that most of Colombians live their life like this, and that you are able to get yourself in this kind of network of extranjeros, of well, you could say gringos, entrepreneurs, and being an entrepreneur yourself, this is always the question I ask, and today I got a very interesting answer. Today I met this Colombian guy who actually runs a blueberry farm in Colombia here. All started it from himself. He just started researching. He saw like a gap in the market. He started researching blueberries for 2 years, and now for over a year he has literally like his own blueberry farm. He's selling blueberries to the supermarkets and also selling the plants itself. Really inspiring story. And the thing he said, the reason he could do this and maybe his old school friends are still drinking in the street, he said this because of two things. One is obviously the opportunities you get. He said, I had the fortunate opportunity to go to school, to get into university. But also in Colombia, there is a lot of people who get into university and still don't achieve what he already achieved right now. He said the second thing is mindset. And this is a very important thing because he called mindset, but what I got out of his story is that he was actually talking about the same thing I'm always talking about, and that's your identity, because he started talking about the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, which I've mentioned a few times in previous videos. And what I got out of this book and what he told me about is that James Clear says the single most important thing to achieve durable change in behavior is to change your identity. The person you actually are, or at least the person you believe you are. And that's very important. That's also what this guy told me, what helped him to be able to have a fucking blueberry farm selling to the supermarkets here in Colombia and having this huge vision about how he's gonna grow this over the years. And he also told me that it's very important to connect yourself with like-minded people. So he got himself into this entrepreneurs network here in Medellin, and he says this inspires him a lot to, when you talk with people from different fields, you get new insights, you maybe get interesting questions which you never thought about yourself before. And this can help you to get new insights, get new ideas. And obviously it did for this guy, and that's what I want to give you today as well. It's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people who have the same big vision, but also people who have different interests which align with your interests. So I'm in sales, I'm just starting this journey of sharing my story online on YouTube and personal branding, and I'm an athlete. And this is usually the part where you connect with other people, where everybody, at least these entrepreneurs in this network, everybody works out. They all have good bodies, they all are able to do a 10K run in the fucking hills easily. And this is obviously a really easy way to connect, and then you get the real stories behind it and what actually interests them and what they're actually doing with their life. And this can help you to be inspired to create your own vision, to build out your own vision further, and also get new ideas about how to do things in daily life, right? And that's the most important takeaway from this video. I hope it's more clear than it was yesterday. What you want to do is surround yourself with the right people. They inspire you to do the right actions instead of spending time with old people who show the same old behavior that you had. Obviously, once you indulge with these kind of people, you will fall back in the same old habits. Once you surround yourself with new people, with entrepreneurs, with athletes, well, that's what you're gonna be. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. That's what Dan Peña says, and it couldn't be any more true. So keep that in mind. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Cheers.